Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video. And today I'm dropping a news video. I know I don't normally do these, but I wanted to get some Dokkan stuff out tonight. I haven't had a video in a few days. I was just gonna do some STR Broly stomping stuff, but Dokkan's in maintenance, so I don't have that as an option. But looky here, we just got a data download. And we knew we were getting Dirty Fireworks, Vegeta, and Kui. And we know that we got the Janemba and Gogeta EZAs, which, by the way, I do want to do videos on them. They seem busted as all heck. But we got some EZAs here that we did not know about. So we are going to get my live reaction to these EZAs and to see how good they are. So first we have Nail. Now, I've been waiting for this guy like forever. We're going to see how good he is. I feel like he might be poorly timed. I was really looking for Nail like maybe like a year ago, like a year and a few months ago. So I was thinking like Golden Week when we got Piccolo Jr. and 23rd World Tournament Goku. Namekians were kind of like at their peak at that time, and Nail is really built for like a Namekian team. So between like Nail, Orange Piccolo, and Piccolo Jr. like as a core to a good Namekian team, I thought that that was really the time for him. Right now, most of those Namekians aren't that great anymore. Like Piccolo Jr., I don't know if you're really going to want to run him. I mean, we will definitely try him out if it works with Nail just to see how good he is. But I would say Piccolo Jr. is the, or not Piccolo Jr., but Orange Piccolo, I would say right now is the only like really good Namekian out there. And he's definitely fallen off from what he used to be, but still definitely good enough to use. So, you know, maybe, you know, Orange Piccolo Nail, maybe that's enough of an anchor just to have them as a rotation. I mean, we'll see. So I'm curious to see what Nail's going to be looking like. Then we got this STR Super Saiyan Namek Goku. This guy is a banner unit, but was very unique because I believe this was the first ever character to have the survive mechanic. So this guy can survive KOs with 1 HP. So depending on how his EZA is, he could be quite interesting actually. That survive KO could be a really big deal. I could see them maybe doing like a Yajirobe thing here where like he survives the KO and then can dodge. I mean, we're about to find out. The stuff is here. We're going to look at it. And then we're getting a super EZA announced right away, which is great. So we went, you know, we had this really big long period since like Physical Goku Black where we just did not get super EZAs. And now all of a sudden we've gotten the STR Broly super EZA. And then now literally what, less than a week or maybe a week later, we're getting another super EZA and we're getting this physical full power Frieza. This could actually be very good. Some people might argue that this is poorly timed, but I think this actually could be quite good because AGL First Form Frieza is still a very good unit. And what's held him back is he doesn't have other relevant Frieza units. So I think this is going to be a really good buff to that AGL Dokkan Fest Frieza. And I think we do have the worldwide Namek Saga Celebration EZA is on the horizon. So into Namek Goku and then AGL Full Power Frieza could be there. Now AGL Full Power Frieza wouldn't link with him, but if, you know, to have both of these available on, say, some type of Frieza team, like they're going to be two cores that you might want on the team, maybe on different rotations, could still work. Like you can have two full power Friezas on the team. We probably do need like a better Terrifying Conqueror or like a Wicked Bloodline leader for them, but I think that definitely could be coming, and they might be pushing Namek Saga for later on, okay? And then we've got Kui and we've got the Vegeta. Their info's already been out, so I'm not going to cover them. So this is going to be live reaction. I have not read these yet, so we're going to go through them together and see what they do. So let's go ahead and start with Nail. And once again, this is just roughly translated, so if anything looks off, I'll try to pick it out. So his EZA here, so he's going to be Namekian 160 for a banner unit. He's going to be 160%. That's almost a runnable leader skill for a banner unit. That's pretty crazy right there. Oh, dude, 50% attack and defense stacking. Now, I don't think he was originally 50%. I knew he like stacked, but dude, 50% attack and defense stacking is crazy. All right, so he's going to get attack and defense 150 at the start of turn. Always perform, so a guaranteed additional with a high chance of doing a super attack. So he just has that. So he just has guaranteed built-in additional with a high chance to super. That's good because he's a stacker. For the first 3 turns, attack and defense are up by 150. If there's another Namekian category on the team, so you just have to have a Namekian on the team. So I guess you don't have to have like a full Namekian team. So if you can build a team with Nail and then just have Orange Piccolo there, I suppose that would be good enough, right? Attack and defense increase by 150. And then the lower your HP, the higher oh, damage reduction, really? So he's stacking defense, great defense stacking with damage reduction. Sounding a little bit, dude, is this guy going to be like Tech Ultimate Gohan? I mean, Tech Ultimate Gohan doesn't have damage reduction, but he's got guard. But dude, 30% to 77% damage reduction depending on what your HP is at. Interesting. If a character with Piccolo, and this is excluding Piccolo Jr., is on the team, all allies get key 2 and attack and defense. Dude, they turn him into a support. 2 key, 50% attack and defense, and this is for all allies. So he definitely does not need to be on it. You just have to have another Namekian. So, I mean, yeah, you just have a team with him and Orange Piccolo on it and you're good. And who knows, you know, if they're going to do more Namek Saga stuff, they could give us a Guru, they could give us a Dende, they could give us another Piccolo. Maybe, I know they haven't said that they're going to super easy free-to-play units, but one of the first ever Easy A's was that AGL free-to-play, what was it, Piccolo fused with Kami. Dude, if they gave us a Piccolo fused with Kami with a unique name, or, sorry, Piccolo fused with Nail card, that would be crazy, because, yeah, it was a Piccolo fused with Nail card that we already have a free-to-play version of. If they redid that as, like, a premium summonable unit, oh, that would be crazy. Okay. And then if the enemy is from, and then that's the Frieza clan or Namek Saga, an additional special attack is always activated and a crit. Okay, so if you're going against Namek Saga or Wicked Bloodline enemy, that's not going to be the most common, but against them, he gets a guaranteed additional super and he guaranteed crits. I feel like you don't really need to give this guy crit anyways. I feel like you're going to want to build him with like additional, and then I don't know, maybe he wouldn't need dodge because of the stacking and the damage reduction, but you could go more offensive build and just really focus on additionals. Maybe raw defense would be good on him. Nail definitely seems interesting. The fact that they made him a generic support is actually kind of crazy. The only thing I could see being a big flaw with him is you're probably not going to want to run him on rotation, but for him to be at his best, you kind of do to get all the stacking. We will have to see what his numbers look like, but Nail's looking pretty good. Nail is always, like, since he released, like, a sneaky good card. We just didn't have a great Namekian to put him with. So, yeah, I'm very interested to try out Nail. He's going to be something I'm looking forward to. All right, let's check out this Goku. Like I said, this guy had the survive KO mechanic, so let's see how he turns out. Hey, how do we translate you? The other one just translated automatically. We got to translate you here. Where's my translate button? US. Does that do it? Can you yeah, there we go. Translate. Thank you. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, not a good leader skill. Wait, is this the... Hold on, is this the old... Yeah, this is the old one. Give me the Z Goku. Where's the EZA version? All I did was I changed it to English, and then they got rid of them. Here, let me see the, let me just go back here. Let's just click on it again from here. No, stop with the pop-up ads. This isn't going well. I was trying to be all prepared here. All right, let's just click here. Give me the translation. Give me the EZA. Okay, unless they haven't translated it yet. Oh, that would be bad. Am I going to have to go to Twitter? Okay, we might do some live going to Twitter if I cannot get this in English. Let me swap it again. But then it's going to go away from the EZA one, isn't it? Yeah, it is. God dang. Before I putz with that, let's go to this one here. Is the Frieza super easy? Okay, this looks like the right thing. Ah, but it's all in Japanese still. How do we translate you? Translate to English. Let's try that. Yes. Google. There. Okay. So we'll just do that. So we can't. Let's go back to Goku. Let's save the super easy. Let's go back to Goku. Let me, we'll just go back here. Go back to here. Sorry. We're going to get there. We're going to save Frieza for the end. All right, let's do this. Let's translate to English. So, translate to English. Thank you. Perfect. All right, we're going to try to Google Translate again. All right. So 90% key 3 and 90% to stats. Not too crazy, but it looks like it's in all types. Okay. So greatly raises attack. Deals supreme damage, I assume is what that is. So it's 100% attack stack. Wow, okay. So on super, a 1-turn 100% attack buff. That's crazy. So he gets key 3, attack and defense 200 at the start of turn. Survives a KO max 1 time per turn. So what's interesting about his survive KO is other units that have it usually say you have to be above like 40% HP or something. His looks like doesn't have that restriction. So if you get hit for like 600k and you still have like 20k HP, he should be able to survive another one, which is very good. If HP is below 59% when attacked, attack and defense up by 200, and from that turn onwards, attacks are effective against all types. Okay. So this would trigger mid-turn, I think. So like the idea is, I think you take a big shot, he would survive it, and then he gets this big buff. But if you survive KO damage, you're only going to have 1 HP. So like even double digits will kill you. So this is just if you're a little bit lower on health, but you do get that permanent buff. And then if HP is below 20% when attack, avoid enemy attack once during that turn. See, I knew they had to give him something like this. And from that turn onwards, attack and defense are increased by 100, and you always get a super attack. I think probably what this means is that you get a guaranteed additional super, is my guess is what you get. So this is what's nice. If you take this KO shot and you're down to 1 HP, he will guarantee dodge 1 attack. However, if you get attacked twice, you're going to die. So I guess the only way for this to actually be effective is he's got to be in slot 3. Because if he's in slot 1, you go down to 1 HP and he dodges 1, well, the next character is going to get hit. So you have to play this guy in slot 3, I think is where he's meant to be run. Okay. And then he gets another attack and defense 100, and then you get the guaranteed additional super. So let's say you were to take a lethal hit with him and actually survive through it. You're going to get attack and defense 200% here, plus another attack and defense 100% there, and a guaranteed additional super. So I think if you actually get that hit and survive it, he's going to look crazy. And then if HP is below 20% at the end of the turn, you get 59% HP recovery. See, this is why you put him in slot 3. So slot 3, you take a killing blow, you can dodge 1 more. He's going to heal you back up and get all of these buffs. So this guy's going to be super good in slot 3. And then my guess is with all of these buffs active, he hopefully won't insta-die from stuff. I'm going to say I'm not too high on him. I don't think he's going to be a unit most players are going to want to run. Super Saiyan Goku's an extremely competitive name, but I think he could be a good team filler for a slot 3 unit, and I think his survive KO stuff can be kind of interesting, right? But yeah, I don't think he's that crazy. All right, let's take a look at this guy. Super Easy Ace have not let us down yet. So let's take a look. So super attack effects don't change. So he has immense damage. Dude, he has a 30% defense buff for 3 turns. He actually had a pretty dang good super attack effect for back in the day. So that's awesome. So he's actually, normally these super easy A's just kind of have crap super attack effects. He's actually got a good one. So he gets key plus 3 and attack 150 at the start of turn. Attack 300, defense 150 when you super. Dude, 300% attack on super. That's going to be insane with a good support unit on board. He's going to deal so much damage. Reduces damage by 50%, and from the 5th turn onward, reduces damage rate by 10% up to 30%. Dude, he's going to have 80% damage reduction? Reduces. Okay. All right, never mind. Not as crazy. Okay, so he's 50% damage reduction, and then from the 5th turn, he loses 10%, so he's going to go down to 20% damage reduction. Okay, they've kind of been doing this with some units. This reminds me very much of like LR AGL Golden Frieza, right? Where he has really high damage reduction at first, but then he kind of gets tired throughout the fight and gets weaker. This guy's kind of like a mini version of that. But 50% damage reduction for the first 5 turns is actually pretty dang good. And, you know, most fights aren't getting too deep beyond that anyways. We'll have to see. What else does he have? So if he's in slot 1, 150% defense. And, dude, what? Okay. 30% damage reduction in slot 1? So he is, dude. They made this guy like a Golden Frieza unit. Because the Golden Frieza units, those are the damage reduction Friezas. They've never put a bunch of damage reduction on other Friezas like this. So, dude, he's 80% damage reduction in slot 1. And then he goes down to 50% in slot 1. Dude, that's still good. We've seen with Super Easy A Broly, I've had him with 50% damage reduction in slot 1 before he attacks and gets all of his defense. And he still tanks some pretty good stuff. When in slot 2 or 3, attack and defense 150... he just gets stronger stats in slot 1 or 2. So this could be a guy, you can put this guy in slot 1 turn 1. That's crazy. And then you can, later on shift him down to slot 2 or 3. He's going to do a lot more damage and get more defense. So this extra 150% defense, this helps cover his weakness of his damage reduction going down later on in a fight. If HP is 50% or more when attacking, you always get an additional super with a 3-turn defense stack. Are you kidding me? So he has guaranteed additional supers. If HP is below 50% when attacking, guaranteed crits. When attacking superclass enemies, and attacks are highly effective against... Okay, so it's effective against all types against extreme, and then guaranteed crit against superclass. I mean, that's like not the craziest. But I like the guaranteed super there if HP is 50% or more. And then if the enemy's a pure Saiyan, which there actually are a lot of strong pure Saiyan fights right now, Key 12 and attack 150. Okay, I mean, the Key 12 is highly unnecessary, but sure. But the extra 150 attack, okay. I think this Frieza actually looks great. Put him next to another Frieza. And here's the thing. He's going to be so good with that first form Frieza, that Dokkan Fest, because he's not a slot 1 unit, but this guy is. So you put him in slot 1, AGL Dokkan Fest Frieza in slot 2. Dude, that's going to be a nasty little wombo combo. I'm actually really excited. Dude, this guy and Nail, I think, are crazy. I'm a little lukewarm on the Goku, but I think he's fun. He's unique, right? So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of these new EZAs. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.